This week we're headed to Newport Beach to explore Crystal Cove and Balboa Island. But first, I gotta pick up my cousin Allie.
Hello.
And then we gotta walk through this tunnel.
Hi.
And then we gotta follow this path. And then we gotta walk across this bridge and up these stairs to reach our first stop of the day, the Crystal Cove Shake Shack. And it's 2:30 and we haven't had anything to drink or eat. So you know it's time for a coffee and a burger. Hey Allie, what'd you get?
French fries and a BLT.
2.6.
Looks so
We're ready
tasty.
side.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought this bread was gonna be really good. Pretty ass. But
270.
we prevailed.
Well, that was delicious. As you can see, we are at Crystal Cove State Park, making our way down to the ocean. We don't really have much of a plan for today. I kind of just wanted to go somewhere by the beach, you know, where it's not 100 degrees. It's been really hot everywhere. It's like mid-80s here. And we're just gonna go swimming. We're gonna check out the tide pools. Just gonna have ourselves a nice little time. First things first, let's stop at the visitor center.
Pieces that were consoles, and they had the TV and the radio.
Always the best thing to do when visiting any point of interest, whether it's a state park or a national park, the visitor center. We learned so much. There was an amazing lady working there that spent 30 minutes telling us the whole history of the area. Long story short, a land developer in the early 20s got like 120,000 acres of land, including this beach that we're on now. And back then, he didn't think much of it. He was just like, well, yeah, I got this plot of land, it's a beach here. And his friends and family were like, you own a beach? Like, can we go hang out on it? And they would camp on it in tents, right? And then there was a shipwreck off the coast that like sent a bunch of lumber in, and people were like, well, we're staying in tents, let's build some cottages. And then like years later, he goes back and he looks at the beach and he's like, yo, who built all these cottages? And he's like, you guys can't just live here on my beach. So he made them pay rent. But anyway, years and years go by, and eventually he sells it to the state, and the state converts it into a national historic monument or whatever. And now you can come visit it, and you can even rent these cabins and stay in these cabins. In fact, this one right here was in a movie called Beaches, and they don't even let people rent it anymore. It's like a special thing. You can go in once or twice a week. They open it up to the public and do a little tour. But yeah, if you've ever seen the movie Beaches, that's where it was filmed. Anyway, we're at the tide pools.
Whee! I want to find shells and cool animals.
You know, last week we were in Nantucket being island boys. And I just wanted to get back to the beach. It's a beautiful day. I'm just happy to be here. Let's see what we can find.
I want to find cool animals.
Allie, I can't find anything.
I don't think I'm having much luck right now either. Okay, should we go check out some more? Down there.
Yeah, lead the way.
Yeah.
All right, tide pool section, number 2.
Look at that baby. She get the baby. Yeah, a little mermaid.
Cool.
I want to find a cool seashell, but it doesn't hurt to be seashells here.
We didn't really see a bunch of animals, so we're gonna keep walking to the other side of the beach. Like, imagine staying in one of these, right? I think there's 47 cottages. You can stay in up to 37 of them, and their prices range. I mean, I was looking at mainly like $200 to $300 something, but it's pretty cool. Pretty places.
Red one, like Red Lobster, but a cabin on the ocean.
Maybe.
It's like a share. Oh no.
Look at this one. It looks like a green highlighter. I want it. And we've made it to the, oh God. And we've made it to the end of the boardwalk. I need more coffee, so we're gonna walk back and figure out what to do next. Ugh. Well, that was a lovely little adventure to start our day.
Off to Balboa Island we go.
And our first stop, Sugar and Spice, the original frozen banana.
Rainbow sprinkles too.
I present the original frozen banana. Oh, you gotta try it.
Way better.
That's a great idea. They really cooked with this one.
Frozen banana, man.
So, I just read the sign outside of the shop that details the history of the place. Did you know that frozen bananas were an accident? They didn't even plan to make these. The owner told his son, he was like, yo, go put these bananas in the fridge. We need them for later. Days later, the kid realized he put the bananas in the freezer. They took them out, they were gonna throw them away, and then the dad was like, wait, you know what we should do? We should dip these in warm fudge twice, double dip, and then sell them. And it was such a genius idea that it became their staple item. And that's why now here today at the original frozen banana, the sugar, and that's why here today at the Sugar and Spice, we got the original frozen banana.
Fun fact, did you know pigeons were domesticated at one point? I want to pet it.
Well, that was delicious. Look at this. This is pretty crazy. Every one of these houses, which are already insane to begin with, have their own private dock with a patio leading to what I assume is their boats, which is very impressive. Anyway, we've made it to Balboa Island. Now what? Well, there's this ferry that leads you from the island or to the island, but in this case we're going from the island to Balboa Bay, it's called, right? To the Balboa Bay Fun Park, which has an arcade and a Ferris wheel. So that's what we're gonna go check out right now. So many flowers. I love it. Oh wow, isn't that Ronald Reagan?
Oh, it definitely is Ronald Reagan.
Well, hey there.
David and Libby.
Aw, I love this. This is how I'm trying to be one day. You know, me and my thing, just chilling, looking at the dock, talking about how in love we are and how happy our life was. On the plaque right here, it says, married 63 years and never went to bed angry. Look at that. I go to bed angry all the time. Wow, this is cool.
Sorry, Charlie. No, stand down. No. Okay, you gave me a 10, right?
Look, you can see another one right there. I was literally about to say, Allie, we should rent jet skis.
We should rent jet skis.
I don't have the money to rent jet skis right now. You know what we gotta do for an adventure? One time, you can go to Catalina Island, but you ride jet skis the entire way there. Like from the Port of Long Beach to Catalina Island. That's what we gotta do.
I want to do that. I'd do that for sure.
Let's go. That thing looks janky as hell, but I still want to try it.
Parasailing. We could go parasailing. Go parasailing right now.
All right, we're stopping at California Ice Cream and Coffee to get some coffee. They also serve frozen bananas here. It looks like a staple of the area. All right, now that we got our coffee, we're gonna go on the Ferris wheel. Thank you. Ugh. I couldn't tell you the last time I was on a Ferris wheel.
Enjoy your ride.
Thank you. Whoa.
Oh my god.
The thing about these tiny Ferris wheels is they always go way faster than they need to.
Oh my
like,
god,
I can't
this
even
feels
look around
so
because we're
freaking-
already going down.
Oh my god, this feels so freaking. This is like freaking me out.
What if they stopped right here and they're like, all right, get off.
Just one way. This is just
Anyway,
one
here,
round.
take a look, take a look.
One round, one round. Oh my god.
Whoa, and if you lean back at all, the whole thing starts to flip over.
Dude, that's what it feels like.
Hey, look at that. Look at those boats. All right, I can definitely stop now. I'm starting to feel sick. It's going way too fast.
It says on the, when you walk up, it says, world's longest Ferris wheel.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, no, it was fun for the first 30 seconds. Now I feel sick.
No, this is a vibe.
Ugh.
We just gotta just take in the view, you know? Like, look at mountains.
I'm about to paint the view with iced coffee out of my mouth.
Wow.
Okay, I stopped filming a while ago because I thought it was about to stop, but we've been on it for another like 2 minutes. So I'm definitely ready to get off.
Camera.
Hey! Thank
Press
you.
that white button. You're welcome.
Whoa. Bye, Ferris wheel. Okay, quick fun fact. A bunch of stuff has been filmed on this Ferris wheel. In fact, Childish Gambino, AKA Donald Glover, filmed 3005 on the wheel. Very talented guy and fun to work with. I bet he was. He seems like a cool fella. We also had 2017's Bachelor, Nick and Danielle, House Hunters, and I'm not sure who these guys are.
The Dirty John.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I don't know what that is.
You know, Allie, seeing all these carnival rides just has me thinking about a place that we have to go next. Ocean City.
We have to go back to Ocean City.
My entire life growing up, Allie and I would have summers together in Ocean City and Wildwood, riding the rides.
Atlantic City.
Atlantic City,
Just 5
just having a great time. We gotta go back.
Yes, we do.
I don't know when.
Soon.
Maybe next summer.
Soon.
Next summer. But yeah, that's a magical place, Ocean City. You know, it's a dry town. There's no alcohol, there's no bars. It's just positive, fun, family-friendly vibes. And that's what I always really liked about it. It's what I imagine this place kind of looks like during a busier season, because it's pretty light here right now. Hey, you know what is very Atlantic City, Ocean City-esque though? Seeing all these touristy shirt sales places. Like, look at Allie right now.
Hi. Do you want to try on a pair?
I'm okay.
Okay.
For instance, yes, I do have a beautiful daughter. I also have a gun, a shovel, and an alibi.
What? Golden. La boo boo.
For instance, if you've ever been to any beachside coastal town, you're very familiar with what these looks like. These stores are all the exact same, and they all have the weirdest shirts.
Gracious.
Well, we got in our car, and then we went for a walk, and then we got on a boat, and then we went for another walk, and we have made it back to the ocean, and we are making our way to the end of the pier. Sun's starting to come down. I've only got a couple hours before work. We're headed towards the end of our adventure. But before we do that, we're gonna need something to eat.
Shovel
So there's a bunch of people out here fishing, and these are some of the fish that they can catch out here on the dock. Eventually I'll get around to doing my learn to fish video, because I would like to learn how to fish, and I would like to go fishing with the fellas. Well, there's a Ruby's at the end of the pier, but we already had burgers and milkshakes earlier, so we're gonna head back inland and find somewhere else to eat. I think burritos are the move.
Fire.
Fire for sure.
Yeah.
I can't anymore, I'm way too full. Also, they gave me a giant cup from my Arnold Palmer, so I'll probably have to pee on the drive home. But I'm with it. Well, my stomach is full, and we gotta find our way back to the car now. It's a walk and a ferry and another walk, so let's get it. Right there is the Catalina Ferry. Normally I take the one out of Long Beach to Catalina Island, but this is another option if you're here in Newport Beach, Balboa Island area. We gotta do a video of Catalina. There's a lot of cool stuff out there. Allie and I have been there many times.
So much fun. I want to go see the bison again. And I want to go snorkeling this time and go find all the Garibaldis.
In case you didn't know, like 100 years ago, some dude brought out a bunch of bison to Catalina Island for filming a movie, and then when they finished filming the movie, they just left all the bison there on the island. So that's why now if you go to Catalina, you can go and see it's like a bunch of bison roaming around. So we'll go there eventually. Thank you, brother.
You're welcome. Have a good day. Watch your steps there.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, we were just on that. Cool. Hey, and look, there's me. Okay, we're walking back, but I just had to stop at this thing because it's so damn cool. Look at this.
Gotta make sure you get every angle. You can see exactly what is behind you.
This moped has no blind spots. It can see everything.
They have there's the Italian flag, and then they got the British flag. Hello.
Newport Mod Squad. I love it. I love it. The Balboa Island Museum. That's somewhere I would have liked to go, but I think it closes at 4 p.m. and we just didn't make it back in time. I would love to learn more about the history of this place. Last thing I remember reading is the island itself was just, oh my god.
Italiano.
Anyway, last thing I was reading is that Balboa Island itself used to be, I don't know how many years ago they built it, but basically Balboa Island was a giant sandbar, like out in the ocean. And they were like, you know what? We should develop land on top of that sandbar and then build a bunch of houses on them and have a time. And that's basically what they did, which I would have learned more about in the museum. So maybe one day we'll come back here. But we are almost back to the car. Ugh, well, after one too many iced coffees and sweet treats, my stomach feels disgusting, but I've had a lovely, lovely day. Allie, how you feeling?
I'm also feeling stuffed right now.
This was a chill trip. You know, it's hot out. I didn't want to go on a big hike. I just wanted to hang out with my cousin and eat a lot of sweet treats. And I think both those things have been accomplished.
I agree.
I'm gonna drive her back to her car and then I gotta get to work. So I'll check in with you later. Bye, Allie.
Bye.
All right. I gotta go pee real quick. All right, that's much better. Ugh, another week, another island. Now, Balboa Island is much smaller than last week's Nantucket Island, but I noticed a lot of similarities. Whether going for a day trip or a week-long vacation, both places you're kind of limited by how much money you're willing to spend, right? Things like fine dining, boat tours, fishing charters, all cost a lot of money, right? And I don't have a lot of money, so today we spent the day doing things that wouldn't break the bank, like hiking around Crystal Cove State Park, checking out the tide pools, and doing a lot of walking. Honestly, the best parts of last week's trip in Nantucket and today's trip in Balboa Island and the surrounding areas, we're kind of just walking around and taking in the sights. You know, your Crystal Cove is a super beautiful beach, and the little cottages and stuff were super cool to see. And Balboa Island was a bunch of super beautiful houses and well-manicured gardens and statues and whatnot. I mean, really just a nice, chill day. I wanted to do something crazier, but like, it's so hot, and I didn't want to be hiking up a mountain in 80, 90 degree heat. So we took it easy this week and did something chill. I find with these more chill days where there's kind of less structure and planning, like I get a little stressed out that the video is not exciting or engaging enough. So obviously I'd like to get back to, you know, hiking through national parks and climbing mountains, but that's not something you can do every day, right? Those are big adventures that require a lot of time and a lot of money. So for these weeks where I can't go far away and do some big adventure, I always try and look around nearby and see what I can explore that I haven't seen yet. I never even knew all those houses were at Crystal Cove, and I definitely didn't know you could take a ferry from Balboa Island to Balboa Park. That was super cool. Like, the point I'm trying to make is there's stuff, no matter where you are, there's stuff that you haven't seen yet in your area or your neighborhood or city that might be worth checking out. So today, thanks to my Aunt Deb's recommendation combined with Allie's knowledge of the area, we found some pretty cool stuff to do, and I hope that I can encourage you to get out there and find cool stuff in your own city or state or neighborhood. And if you do, please leave a comment and let me know where you went, because I'd love to hear about your cool local spots so that I may visit them one day. Anyway, this has been another lovely week of adventure. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you have any suggestions for where I should go next, or places you've been recently that you feel like chatting about, please leave a comment down below. I don't even know what time it is. I have to be at work in like 30 minutes, so I'm going to get dressed and get on out of here. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.